Right. Home workouts. I was thinking
Home
about home
workouts.
workouts yesterday because, in 2020, home workouts were like all the rage, obviously. People didn't have very many options. And you got people spending thousands of dollars on one piece of exercise equipment that they're like, this is going to be it for me. And it turns into like this, like Peloton. Remember Peloton? Now everybody in there, they're all selling their Pelotons. I see them on Facebook Marketplace all the time. And so I was thinking about how, like, what happened? Is the problem that home workouts are just like boring to people now? Is the problem that the way home workouts are being like shared? Is the problem that people's attention span is so small that they can't get themselves to pay attention at home? And they're like, well, gotta go somewhere. You know
I
what I
don't,
mean?
home workouts, sorry, while I adjust this whack ass microphone, home workouts are not new. They're not novel. They were just reintroduced and revitalized because of this scamdemic. We were forced to be at home as a health scare.
Right.
And what happens when you go to the doctor and the doctor says, oh my God, you need to do this or you're going to die? All of a sudden, you kick your shit into high gear because you've been forced with a choice of live or die. Then all of a sudden, you want to make them lifestyle changes when the doctor says it. But forget the fact that you know, you beep when you back up, you fucking out of breath, run into the bathroom. Like, who gives it? Don't worry about those signs. No, but let me wait till the fucking doctor says some shit. Like, that's,
Mm-hmm.
motherfucker, you waited a little too long. Now you're going to have to fight. You know what I'm saying? You could have avoided that shit, right?
Yes.
So, as long as I can remember, I've known it. Like, you go to somebody's house and the chances of them having a treadmill in their fucking master bedroom is very high, or at least it used to be, right? How many people do you know now? I can name 5 people right now who have home workout shit that they're not fucking using, stuck in the basement, garage, or bedroom somewhere in their spare room. And it's being used as a closet. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But they dusted it off when, you know, the pandemic came because, well, now they got no choice but to look at it.
They
You got
couldn't
no
go
choice.
anywhere.
You
Right.
have to eliminate the excuse of, well, I got to go to work. Where's work? The living room? Because now everyone's working from home. You know what I'm saying? So it took,
Right.
when you're forced into that particular, people are only as faithful as their options. And so if they're given that option, that's all the fuck you got. What else are you going to do? You're terrified to go out. You've been fear mongered into leaving your home. So here you are. Now you got no fucking choice, right? People started to exercise out of boredom. They started to do it because they think, wow, maybe this is a calling. I'm supposed to do
Or
this. You know what I mean?
yeah, or people who were actually going to work out places and actually were committed to it, they had to put a backup plan in place because wherever they were going
Yeah.
was closed, or
Mm-hmm.
whatever it was. But then I was like, okay, well, do home workouts in general need like is it time for like another revolution of home workouts? You look at something like the Savannah Bananas, right? Who have taken something like baseball, which everybody knows what baseball is. I know a ton of people who had zero interest in ever going to see the White Sox play baseball. But then the Savannah Bananas come to White Sox field and everybody wants to go and everybody's willing to pay all this money to go. And it's now turned into this thing where it's still baseball, but it's not. And
It's a
it's,
baseball
they've turned,
themed event. It's a consumer sport. It's fun to
but
do.
they've turned, yeah. But is that like what needs to happen in the home workout world? Or
I don't think so because it's an escape for them. People have to look at working out or exercising at home. They would need to look at that as something other than an escape. They'd have to look at that as a part of their routine because it's not fun to do. You can say, "Oh, I love working," and I'm not. I like working out. I like this, that that feeling of sweat, and getting a pump in, and all of that stuff. But are there other things that I could do that also cause me to sweat? Yeah, yeah, right. So
yeah,
it's
I
got to
mean,
be something before, and we talked about blue ocean strategies versus, I don't think there's anything, I don't know that a home subscription business model can exist in a blue ocean space. It is not a novel marketplace. Its niche has been carved out. The advent of the internet has forever changed it. You're not talking about a subscription as in the News Gazette that you get thrown to your doorstep every morning. No, it's now whenever you log in. Every month, it's like clockwork. You're billed without even knowing it, and you're getting all that half the work is done for you. Like we were talking about before, the only thing that the Ignition program could be missing is an incentive, maybe. And I think on average, I think I read that your average subscription at home fitness service is between 30 and $50, which we're on the higher end of that. That
Hmm.
maybe we offer too much. Maybe it should be fucking cheaper because then you get more people involved and so on. But we've never, we're not going to, we never succumbed to the shady part of business where we're trying to dick you with upsales and whatnot. And I don't want to start that
Right.
now. Like if you were going to work out at home, it's because the other options, going someplace or going outside or doing whatever it is, or your knowledge base is smaller, like those other options are that's not there for you. So you need to increase your option pool, right? Ignition program and what it offers is more than enough. The only thing that could be missing in terms of reach is reach, meaning advertisements, paid advertisements. Now, I don't want to spend money on this shit because the most powerful ad function now being Facebook still. Yes, I understand that there's, Pinterest, YouTube, and all these other
Yeah.
ways to advertise. But if we get too big, I feel like we're going to lose the uniqueness of it, the personal. Because right
Well,
now,
yeah. And
we can still keep things personal. And people will spend a little bit
exactly
more on,
for the
like with
personal.
Pelotons. You can contact the trainer? Is that right? Or the
I
person
don't think so.
who's teaching the class or whatever it is? Can
I
you?
think you can like chat with them like during your workout.
Right. So it's kind of like FaceTiming somebody, like a Zoom almost.
Right, but you can't just reach out and be like, "Hey, Cody Rigsby or whatever his name is, like I got a question about my nutrition." You can't just I don't think that's
Right.
like a thing.
But
So, and honestly, we have spent in the past, we've tried ads for Ignition.
mhm.
And it's like again, it comes down to reach and the options that you have. And if you see a Fit Kid Athletics ad right underneath a Peloton ad, because that's the algorithm that you've got going, you're gonna look at Peloton, like you don't know Fit Kid Athletics. It's not the same. Even there, like for what? I'm gonna throw money at it
Mhm.
so you can see our name. Like that's never what we've been about in the first place. So it's not what we're about to be about now. I think, and like you were saying, I mean, all these other ones, because then I took a poll. I asked anonymously a local group what they do for home workouts because I wanted to see what else is out there. Because when I'm asking myself, are home workouts just like a dying thing? Do people just not want to do them anymore? Especially with all these boutique gyms popping up and stuff. And turns out there's still a lot of people who really enjoy working out at home. Most of them are doing it through apps that they've either paid for or that are free and have free daily workouts on there, whatever. So then the question becomes, well, why an app that you pull it up and you just kind of do the workout, whatever it says, versus something like Ignition where you have more of a personal experience. Ignition is more of an experience than just pulling up a workout. You know what I'm trying to say? And
Yeah.
so I'm just trying to understand for myself, like where that disconnect is that makes these apps so powerful. And we talked, yesterday you and I were talking about the simplicity of it and how, simple is great and everything, but it's not always what you need. It might be, I think it gives the illusion to people that it'll be easier, quote unquote, to stick to if it's the more simple it is, right? You pull up, it says October 5th, here's your workout for the day. Do 10 squats, 10 push ups, 10 rows, 10 times. And that's your workout. Like that's simple. But if your goal is to lose 30 pounds, you've been doing these simple workouts every day. They're not working. You're spinning your wheels. You're doing all this research online saying I should eat
Because they
like
don't know
this, and you're
what they
doing all the
want.
things.
They haven't gone. And see, this is that thing. Go back to the self awareness again. God damn it. They don't know
It's
what the
the
fuck they
weights.
want. They don't understand that simple is getting them there. Or if they've been doing the simple and it hasn't yielded the results that they want, then either A, they're not doing it right, they're failing in the kitchen, or B,
Mm-hmm.
they're past simple and need to man up and get to the next level. Like you can't want, like, what's the saying about if you want to shop without looking at the price tag, you need to work without looking at the clock. It's the same fucking thing for exercise and fitness. You don't tell me you want to sit here and look like a fucking supermodel when you're hoping to get by with the bare motherfucking minimum. Like
It
that's
doesn't
just
work like
fucking
that.
stupid. What do you expect to? Oh, I'm gonna pay $50 a month for all this great shit, but I've been doing this. No, you haven't. I guarantee you haven't. Fuck out of here. If you want to find a way, mother, where there's a will, there's a way. Goddamn it. And if you want it bad enough, you will figure it out. But make no mistake, whether or not it's a shot, pill, or a fucking boot camp workout, whatever it is going to come down to you having to be the one to execute it. And if you keep wanting the mile from the inch that's given, you're a piece of shit and only expect that mile time to be slow as fuck and whenever the fuck it feels like showing up because it ain't going to come because you wanted it to. Like you got to put that work in first.
Yeah,
End of story.
yes. There's still a ton of people out there who don't want the cheat sheet. They want to put the work in. And they, whether it's at home or the gym or with a trainer or on their own, there's still a lot of people out there who want that route. And I see it all the time because I'm constantly on these mom groups specifically where somebody's asking about weight loss. There's people saying, the shot is great. It's done so much for me. And there's people who are like, I went the hard way without the shot and it was so worth it. Here's what I did. And here's what I'm continuing to do because and now you're seeing an uptick in people saying, I want to lose weight. I don't want to take the shot.
Yeah.
Where do I start? What can I do? And it's making me wonder what else we can do with what we have to offer and our knowledge and an ignition that obviously works. We've got a handful of people that have been doing it for years and have never left and follow the programs religiously. So it just makes me wonder what else we can be doing or what more we can be doing to bring more people to that, to find the people who do want to take
I
the
mean,
real
I don't,
life, the hard
first,
work.
I don't think that
And
the offering is wrong. Is it perfect? No, of course not. Nothing's perfect. Fuck it, but especially with this fitness realm, there's just too much on the line, too many factors, too many variables that someone can determine for someone to determine their own value, let alone the value of something that they're trying to become or the hole they're trying to crawl out from. It's just too much because everybody's journey is so fucking different that to have a one for all solution is impossible. And I
mhm,
don't even know that if I could do that, I don't know that I would want to make that and deprive that person from the feeling that you get, the knowledge and experience you get of fighting your way out. You know what I'm saying? That to me, that's when you can truly value your own life and you value things like effort and you understand. I mean, if people are not wanting to take the shot anymore, it's because they're not idiots anymore. They're realizing that there's a catch to some shit. Can't trust any goddamn body. Can't trust FDA, FCDC. Can't trust none of them motherfuckers. Why would you? And this is coming from some. I used to be all about it, and it's just when it got to be to a point where they can't answer to their own shit. You one of those motherfuckers. You had me believing for so long, and here we are. You know what I'm saying? So I don't think there's anything wrong with what we've got going on. Again, if anything, we're offering too much, but
and we've always come at it with that mission of I like we're here, ignition is here to give you the tools, but at the end of the day, you got to know it's got to be you. And I'm here to help in any way that I can when you're coming up with questions or when you need clarity or you need somebody to be like, you're asking the wrong questions. That's as a facilitator, that's
yeah,
what we have always wanted for people. at. And Ignition was built on that. It was built on understanding that you are the answer to your own problem,
Mm-hmm.
but you might need some guidance along the way, and that's what we can do for you. So as another example of just things that people take too far and ruin, because that's all humans seem to be good at or what they're best at. Every time you scroll down the page, there's an ad for another app, for another free YouTube channel, for another this, for another that. And it gets really hard to be the one that you see doing it the right way. I posted that poll anonymously because if someone did recognize my name or, the Fit Kid Athletics and Commit Fit, I didn't want them to think that it's like a ploy for me to sell them something, because it wasn't. I truly am just trying to figure out what people are looking for so that we can do our jobs better. The one thing I will say about that is, I put a bunch of options for people to vote. One of the options was that people follow a plan that they bought from a person or small business. Only, I think it was like 3 or 4 people voted for that. All 3 or 4 are clients, all 3 or 4. And there were people all in the comments saying, Sarah Merkel, Fit Kid Athletics, Sarah Merkel, Commit Fit, Fit Kid Athletics, Fit Kid Athletics, Commit Fit. And we were the only small business that people were really recommending. Every now and then you'd see one person pop up who's like, I teach group fitness at this, or I'm NASM certified and I can help if somebody is looking for this. But I thought it was pretty eye-opening that there's not a lot of people or small businesses out there doing what we're trying to do, which on one hand speaks to how unique what we're doing really is, but on the other hand shows how far away we've gotten from how to make fitness truly into a lifestyle and a way of life.
Who's we?
Over a way to make money, the just general society.
I mean, that's not our problem. That's not.
I know it's not our problem, but it's something to note. It's interesting to see.
Yeah, it's not news, but
I mean,
okay.
we've always said like we're not going to be that problem.
I don't think that people will forever want the easier way of things. I don't think why would you want to choose the harder way? Even me, and I'm as bullheaded as it gets. I would, if I could get to the same result, sure, I would want to see what the easy path looks like. Why would you want to make shit harder? But what people fail to do is ask the subsequent question of what will it cost me? Okay, this is easier, but why is it easier? What will it cost me? Like a fucking credit card. Buy now, pay later. You're actually going to buy that thing 6 times over before you finally pay it off. But you don't realize that because you get to walk home today with this thing in your bag. Like immediate gratification, which all comes back to self-awareness and perspective again. Is what it is, because when you're getting fat and out of shape, you don't notice that it's happening because it doesn't happen right away. You don't unless you're allergic to a food and it's inflammatory, you ain't going to notice the shit's fucking you up the moment you eat it. No, the shit that you're all fucked up now because of a series of days, weeks, months, and years that you've eaten chocolate covered dick at midnight, drink a tall glass of stress and anxiety, couldn't pick a piece of cardio equipment in a room of 2, for fuck's sake, over the course of however many years of your motherfucking life. It took time to get there. It's going to take time to get out. But the irony, and here's the best part, the irony is to begin that process of healing doesn't take a lot of time. It takes one fucking moment, an instant. One. Bam. Epiphany, motherfucker. Boom. It's that way you look in the mirror. It's the way somebody makes you feel. It's that moment when you say, why the fuck is everybody shooting themselves with this thing? Does it seem odd to you? Why am I still here? And when you start to ask the right questions, where the answer to those questions is the fact that you're asking them in the first fucking place, it tells you all you need to know. And the next thing you know, you're off and running. And the best part is when it's done right, you don't expect there to be an immediate gratification. You're not so asinine and so obtuse to think that, well, I did this great thing and have decided to value my life. I'm going to run for 5 steps today. And by the time that 6th step comes, I'm going to be 30 pounds less. Like, you fucking know that's not going to happen. So you mentally prepare for the long haul. You mentally prepare for not the easy way. You prepare for the hard way when it's done right. And what you find is the winners will look at that 10-step god awful and the 10-step is I'm just picking a number out. They're looking at that 10-step hard way process versus the 1-step easy way, right? They look at the 10-step hard way process and they realize that on step 2, it's no longer a 10-step process. Now it's a 9-step process. And then it's an 8-step process. And then it's a 7-step, right? That's what the winners do, is they understand progress. The losers are the ones that get to step 5 out of 10 and still think it's a 10-step fucking progress and
Or
get
they still,
impatient,
yes, or they want the one step process. Like the
not
winners are the people who
realizing
say,
that on the 6th step, bam, change happens. Not realizing you're that
yes,
fucking close. But because of lack of self-awareness, because of your shitty support system, or because of a plethora of the same old fucking reasons, you never actually get there. And it's everybody else's fault but your own. Well, that one didn't work for me. I had a trainer before. That didn't work for me. I belonged to this gym. That didn't work for me. I got a fucking Peloton bike. Didn't work for me. I got a fucking water rower elliptical. I got a fucking in-home trainer. I got a fucking massage therapist for my uterus. It still doesn't fucking help. Yeah, you know what, asshole? Ain't nothing gonna help you when you're choosing dumb shit all the goddamn time. What do you expect? You know what I'm saying?
yeah. I mean, there's an extent where, there are different, there are some people who going to a gym doesn't work, but working out at home does. And those are the people who are like, okay, well, if that doesn't work, why does it not work, first of all? And
What?
second of
Going
all,
to a gym?
well, I'm just saying, you're a single mom, you've got a 2-year-old, you work all day,
Mm-hmm.
at some point, it isn't, for some people, it is not feasible to get out of the house and go to the gym for a workout. It isn't. That doesn't mean you say, well, working out just doesn't work for me. Well, no. Okay, so what will work? Well, my kid's up all night and I can't wake up early. Like, part of me says you could. You're just not willing to, which is okay. But just know that it's not that you can, it's that you don't want to, and that's again okay. Or you're not willing to find a another solution. I'm a solution. My brain, that's how it works. It's not like this is a problem, hard step. I guess that won't work. All right, well, then what will work? If this is what I want, if this is the ultimate goal, how do I get there? Even if it's
Mm-hmm.
not the way that they say it should be, or they say it should be, or I thought it should be, what's the way then? Like, there's a way.
For
People are
which
missing
person
that
again?
for
For
every
everybody, I mean.
person. There's
Mm-hmm.
always a way. There's always a way. And people get stuck at this. Well, like you said, this doesn't work. Well, that didn't work for me. That I guess nothing works for me. Like,
Because they're not
no, but it
looking for a
does.
solution. You're
Yeah.
looking for comfort. You're looking to feel more comfortable about the situation that you're in. You're not looking for a way to get out of it.
Hmm.
That's as simple as that. You know what I'm saying?
Yes. So I guess if my question is, how do you make home workouts more engaging, more easier to,
I
not
don't know
easier, that's
that.
the wrong word.
I don't know, man. I don't think it's
It's
necessarily about, I mean,
the
engagement.
workout.
Think about it. So if we were to back that up and say, all right, I want to start this program. How can I make a workout engaging? Not more engaging. How can I make a home workout system, a subscription model system that's engaging to people? Well, we got to have something that's creative and easy to follow. It's got some videos that you can follow. So in case you can't read for shit or you have a hard time visualizing it, there's a video to show you. You have a support chat line or something, or a way to contact the person who wrote it so that you can have questions answered, not by a bot, but by a real person, because that would be super awesome. Someone could just, I don't know, call somebody, talk to another human being. You give them the fundamental stuff, like the basic, they say like a set of bands for equipment instead of spending thousands on treadmills and cable crosses, but just the basic stuff. They can grow from there, you know what I'm saying? Like, and it's moderately priced where it's not so expensive that people are snickering at it right away, but it's not so cheap that people are like, this looks like a scam to me, even if they've never heard of it before. You want to have something that is professionally dressed, and that if they were to Google the shit, it looks up, you can start to find out that, wow, okay, so this place is legit. So it's got some validity behind it. It's been in business for long enough to know. Let's look at the reviews. The reviews are all fucking 80 stars out of 5. Like, cool. Like, I don't know. Like, to me, that's what, if I was going to make a system, that's what I would do. Right now, let's fast forward to the present. That's what the fuck we've got.
That's what it is.
That's exactly what the fuck we've got.
Weird.
Okay. So what? If it ain't broke, don't fix it. The only thing we could do is advertise it, I suppose, get it out there to more people. And that would be the end of that. I mean, and even then that's the way that it is. If anything, I could see, like, let's just say like the classics were no longer working. The Kid Classics were, the distributor outside decided to change the formula and they were just breaking all the time. Like, okay, cool. All right, we gotta change it with a different product or whatever, like a different band that doesn't break. Cool. Well, what if there's can go, what if in home they love to do, but they want something more challenging than a fucking band, like maybe like a suspension train. Oh, I don't know. We've got that too. And the fucking flex with the 3-bar system. Like, we have the progression down. We like the successful subsequent models of success for your basic journey is already sitting there waiting for you in steps 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. All you fucking got to do is go do the shit. So I don't think we got to think it's, and you said, oh, I don't know if it's the market or if it's the program or if it's me. Bitch, stop saying that. It's not you. There's nothing wrong with you. Actually, that's not true. There's a lot wrong with you. You're a control freak, anal ass bastard, impatient as all fuck. Okay. Nobody's perfect. I'm sure my list is 8 times as long. And you know what? I don't give a fuck because I'm self-aware as it comes. Fuck you and everybody's horse that they rode it on. Fuck you twice for looking at me like that. Okay. So, but I'm comfortable with that, because I'm comfortable knowing that I can't change the uncomfortable parts of my day to day. I'm just done worrying about how letting them try to affect me in my decision making. It's not, it's just, and this is me talking to those demons of mine. You're just not that strong. You just don't have it to beat me. You can slow me up. I'm human. That's cool. But I also believe I have the divine power within me to squash your shit. So fuck you. Bring it. Bring it. I don't want, I know what I want to be remembered as. I know what I want my legacy to be. And as long as I'm driving towards that, and I can find that peace every day in a decision to work out, to not work out, to, act this way, not act that way, to, you know what I'm saying? So I don't think people have to find that own enlightenment in themselves to figure out how to decide that they're willing to work out. I mean, $50
They
a
got to
month is
ask
not
the
a
right
fucking deal
questions.
breaker.
No, they got to ask the right questions, or at the very least,
Yeah.
realize that that they're asking the wrong ones.
And if there was only a way to get them to figure out who they are, like a quiz of what kind of spirit animal they have would be awesome. Oh, I don't know. We got that too. Fuck you. Like, are there better ways to do what we're doing? Sure. Do they guarantee that they're going to give us this result of a sea of people all of a sudden just chomping at the bit to sign up? Hell no. You want to lose
Yeah.
weight? Cool. Here's the exercise and fitness. Are there better and faster ways to lose weight? Sure. Chop a leg off, take a shot. Does it mean it's going to get you what you want? No, it's not. So if people want to get in shape and they can't or don't want to go to a gym to get anything done, and they want to work out at home, but they don't want to necessarily invest in a home gym outright, and they would rather do a subscription model, pop an app in, and just have some kind of sweetheart telling you, okay, sweetheart, you can do it, 5 more steps and you got it. Yeah. There's an option for that somewhere. Cool.
There's
We
lots of
do
options.
that, but with our methodology behind fitness. We do that with, you know, science-backed, fact-based principles from experience and how to execute against the things that keep your type behind. And when I say your type, it's those of you that want to, lose 25 pounds, 35 pounds, 5 pounds. You want to get active, but your knee hurts. You want to get there, but you don't feel like you have the support system. You want to get there, but you don't have the money for it. You want to get there, but you're not really motivated. Like, we've put everything we can into that system. And if it's not there, we have a contact us to talk to one of us in real motherfucking time to find out whatever the fuck that is. There is no, we've taken away, if again, if anything, we put too much in, we've made it too easy. Because then people get entitled thinking that there's something more to it. We've reached the end of that gimme pot. It's time for you to put in. Again, I'm telling you right now, if I had a magic superpower to like make everybody fit and fit and healthy, I wouldn't. I would not at all, because the fuck you would earn that shit, because you'll be so better off doing that. I mean, especially if you're a woman and you're that motherfucker talking about entitlement and all this other shit and women's rights and crap, but you don't want to do a fucking push up. Fuck out of here, man. What does that mean? You want women's rights? Go out there and do it like the men do then. And guess what? I'll tell the men the same motherfucking thing. Fat bastard ass, pissing up motherfucking you piece of shit ass man. What kind of man are you? You got one function in society as a man. God damn it. Go put that fucking work in and be that dude. You know what I mean? You know, putting a
Yeah, I
line on
mean,
your Facebook profile page does not make you an alpha. Fellas, I'm sorry. Quit faking the funk, bro.
nope. You got to be.
Don't look for attention. Look for successes. Look for the victories. Because you're going to find, and this is the hard part about people, that they got to swallow this motherfucker hard. Swallow it. Spitters or quitters, man. Swallow this shit. The success is never fucking found in the spotlight. This has come from somebody who has been in the spotlight globally, on TV, movies, music, stage, you name it, I've done it, bitch. Okay, and I'm telling you right now, the real success is never found there. It's not coming from a light out there. It's coming from the light inside. That's where the light is at.
Mm-hmm.
And you can only see the stars when it's dark out. So go into that darkness, light that bitch up. Let motherfuckers know you did this. You made the decision. No shortcuts, no nothing. You quit cold turkey. You said, I'm hurt, but I'm going to do it anyway.
And know that
End of story.
that's hard work. And know that that's the hard work. You know, it's the 10-step process, not the one.